Mic check. Mic check, mic check. Alright. We should be live. We should be live. Alright, welcome to the stream for today. If you remember, if you recall, 2 streams ago, we did... What was the last stream? Not 100% sure anymore. I think one of the 2 past streams we did Singleton. And fairly sure it was last stream. And that was a special event in Magic the Gathering Online, and this time, so the Singleton event concluded, which was part 3 of the War of the Spark tie-in with Magic the Gathering Arena, and part 4 is Commence the Endgame. Now for the last part, the game mode was Singleton, and this time it's I at least have not encountered this anywhere. Magic the Gathering Arena exclusive game mode called Counters. Description reads, so it's all about this token right here, or this emblem. Overflowing counters. At the beginning of your end step, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it. Creature that already has a counter on it gets another one. And a loyalty counter on each Planeswalker you control. So since Planeswalker need to have a loyalty counter on them in order to stay in the game, they get an additional counter at the beginning of your end step. If you control no creatures with +1/+1 counters on them, and you control no Planeswalkers, amass 1. So if you have neither condition, that you either don't have a creature in play or don't have a Planeswalker in play, then you amass 1. The mass is a keyword that is present in, introduced, I don't know, I'm not 100% sure if it was introduced, but it's at least present in the War of the Spark cycle. And it means that you put a +1/+1 counter on an army token that you have. If you don't have an army token, you create a 0/0 army token first and then put a +1/+1 counter on it. So this happens at the same time, so that you end up on your first amass, so to say, you end up with a 1/1 token or a 0/0 token with a +1/+1 counter on it. So that's a special game mode for Magic the Gathering Arena, and you were supposed to create a deck that basically takes benefit or is beneficial to the fact that creatures get +1/+1 counters on them should they already have some on them, and ideally they would do something with those +1/+1 counters. And I created a deck real quick that I think has potential, is the right word? Not sure. Typically the amass keyword is home to the blue and black spells, which is probably what I'm gonna try next. If should this deck not pan out successfully, I'll probably go into the black and blue cards, but my library for black and blue is not big enough to take advantage of the amass keyword by itself, so I try to go for a deck that has synergy with +1/+1 counters in general. Can I have a quick look at the deck here real quick? Just so you see what I threw together basically. I have creatures that either can give +1/+1 counters to other creatures, get +1/+1 counters by themselves, or benefit from +1/+1 counters. I mean, what creature doesn't benefit, but has like some form of synergy with it? So I can put counters on Jungle Delver. This guy gets counters whenever I gain life. This guy puts counters on random creatures that I choose. This guy gets +1/+1 counters if I lose life. some removal. This guy puts +1/+1 counter on a creature that I control that already has the greatest power. Non-creature spells give this guy +1/+1 counters. This is a sort of removal where two creatures fight each other and the spell gets cheaper if they already have +1/+1 counters on them. This guy gets +1/+1 counters on them if it gets damaged. Some more removal. This guy gets +1/+1 counters by himself. Some more removal. This card is just power level and color wise just fits into every deck, I guess. There's only one copy of it in it, but this card by itself is already so good that I just put it in the deck to have some flyer in here. This guy gets +1/+1 counters if a creature dies. Taio's Light Shield can put +1/+1 counters on a creature that I control. This guy, this spell, when cast in my main phase, puts +1/+1 counters on each of creature that's, and the creatures get indestructible. Basically, this guy puts +1/+1 counters on other creatures. It also has the additional benefit that each creature I control that has +1/+1 counters on it can add 1 mana of any color. So all of my creatures that have counters on them are like all of a sudden count as mana creatures. New Horizons puts +1/+1 counters on stuff. This puts more counters. This comes with counters. This can put more counters on people. This is basically like a all green proliferate. This dude gets 2 counters every time 1 counter is put on them, so you get the gist, I guess. Just so you've seen, like, or like, just so you know what to expect when I play with this deck. And in this game mode, if we win 3 times, we'll get the Jaya Venerated Fire Mage cosmetic. If we win 5 times, we get another 200 golds. If we win 7 times, we get another cosmetic for Dovin Hand of Control. And after 10 wins, we get a cosmetic for Eugen the Ineffable. So let's see how we're doing, I guess. This is the first time trying out this deck, and if this doesn't turn out successful, I'll certainly try a different color combination for the next time. Not really a great hand, but we'll keep it for now. So these are the emblems, and if I read this correctly, if I don't play a creature on my first turn, I should get an army token with a +1/+1 counter on it. Yeah, so he didn't play a creature. If I were to play a creature right now, like Eugen's Conjurant, well, not like Eugen's Conjurant, because Eugen's Conjurant already comes with a +1/+1 counter. Now it gets an additional one because it already had a +1/+1 counter on it, which is great. It puts me one ahead of his zombie army. Otherwise I would have gotten the same token, zombie army token. Proliferate, holy moly. Nice, whenever a Grateful Apparition deals combat damage to a player or Planeswalker, proliferate. Sweet. So should I attack? I guess I don't, because I really wanna Luminous Bonds the Grateful Apparition. So he's gonna get an additional counter for this and this because he's dealing damage to me. Nothing really I can do. At this point. other than next turn. Play a Luminous Bonds, and I'm drawing white mana only. I would really need to draw a green mana next turn. I think that's a pretty good creature to remove in the game. Or to at least prevent from attacking or blocking. Can't do much against that flyer. Not gonna attack, just to keep his growing token at bay. We're a bit mana flooded here. I have 3 mana in the hand. I already have 2, 4, 5 mana in play, which is kind of odd. We're not drawing any of our creatures to get more counters. Sure. Yeah, I guess proliferate is a really nice keyword that I haven't looked at. I should probably do for the next iteration of a counter deck. Can't block that creature. Okay, so we're drawing nothing. And there's another one. So by this, if this keeps continuing that way, then we'll just have his flyers beat us to death and not do anything against that. I put a counter on this guy so that for this turn he gets another one. I think we lost this. Nothing really. Can't we block? Oh, because... Alright. That went horrible. I definitely did not think of the proliferate keyword when I was designing this deck. So we'll give it a couple more tries, see if we get lucky, I guess, and then I'll probably come up with a deck that has because right now I don't have any proliferate in this deck. I think that's something I did not account for. Also, I don't think playing Eugene's Conjurant in turn 1 was probably the smartest move, because then we were missing out on the army token. So I will do that. Turn 2. Not this turn. So that we have our token now that can grow, and next turn we get the Conjurant that can grow. Seems like blue is the color to go. Adapt is also a nice keyword that gets +1/+1 counters on stuff. Oh, so every turn he gets to... Oh, he did only adapt one. So if he adapts the other one, that every turn, at the end of every turn, he gets to draw and discard 2 cards. He goes through his deck real quick, but he is also a nice mechanic. Right now the game is stalled because my Conjurant is growing ahead of his token. So he's not gonna attack. So he can draw 2 and then has to discard 2. More Merfolk. Okay. So we didn't draw a land, so basically at this point we're donezo, since the game is stalled. And he goes through his card a lot faster than I am. Need 2 whites. To get something out. We're gonna give up at this point. Alright, give it one more try. See what comes out of this. Sure. This did not make anything better. This is a slightly better start to the game than last game. Interesting. So he's forfeiting... Oh, what? Oh, because this one doesn't have a counter on it, he gets... I didn't get it because I had Eugen out. Okay. Interesting. He does not have a tapped creature. I'm surprised to not see blue. Meow. That is surprising. Let's get Light Shield out. Attacks. See what's happening. More life gain. Oh, and it has haste. So... yeah, I'll just eat it. I know I'm making this guy bigger, but I'm planning to seal away it anyways, so as soon as he plans on attacking with it, I will seal it away. Do I want to play this here? Do I want to hold on to it for... I'll try to hold on to it until I get another creature into play. Two creatures are not really doing much. Wouldn't do enough pressure, I guess. Wouldn't pressure him enough. That's a nice Planeswalker to have. Just for the fact that he puts +1/+1 counters. Two creatures. Okay, so now we have a nice target to attack should we play Unbreakable Formation. Choosing not to attack. Interesting. That's a good creature to have. And then next turn we will play Unbreakable Formation. So that all of three of them can attack and he gets his first two counters. I guess we don't. Sun Cleanser. Yep, we can give up. Doesn't seem like the deck is as good in play as it seems on paper. Also, this game works a little bit different than I thought it would. I'll do like maybe this and another, and then we don't get a win. If we don't edge out a win, we'll have to get back to the drawing board and create a new deck, I guess. Wow. So if I play Jungle Delver turn 1, we should still get the army. Because Jungle Delver doesn't come plus counters on it. Yep. So I have not read that correctly, or at least not understood it correctly. We wanna attack. And promote Jungle Delver. So that was a good move, I guess. We cannot Prison Realm his token because it says creature or planeswalker, but we can definitely Prison Realm the Pride Maid. Until because it might get out of hand. We don't need that. Yeah, I think this is a game where if you don't win like the first, like if you don't have like a good early game, like your first couple of turns are really, really important. Because like of the ramp up with the counters and everything, you need to get creatures out early, like smaller even. And it's like super important to get counters on them early on. Because like every turn they'll get an additional counter every turn. So instead of waiting for enough mana to play a big creature, you can grow your smaller creatures easily. We'll try to do the same thing here. Attack and hope he blocks. Do we get caught on the back foot? We only attack with the jungle delver and risk losing both of them. Okay. If we get a white land, we'll play Resplendent Angel. If we get a green land or no land, we will play the Forest and Tayo's Light Shield. There we go. Do we attack? Yes, we could. If he chooses to block Jungle Delver with his token, he will lose the token. I was thinking he would pump his token, but he didn't, I guess. And then we still go with the Angel. For a second there, I didn't pay attention to his mana. He had like plenty of mana available to play cantrip to buff his token. He chose not to. So now his Druid of the Cowl starts growing. So if we Luminous Bond, no, we play Tayo's Light Shield, put a counter on our flyer, and then attack with our flyer only. Because that starts adding counters to our Angel. You can gain life as much as you like. So now we will just bond 3, 4, 5. We need 6 for this ability. We will bond the Druid of the Cowl. We will attack the Angel in order to not lose our token to a double block between Sage and Druid. Then we will Johnny's Pride Maid. We should be able to generate life using this ability when we draw our next land. What is this? This card was built for this game mode. And it didn't sort right. It did not sort right. It did not stack the abilities correctly. He could have gotten counters on these first and then have this ability trigger. So we just keep doing what we just did. So he needs to change the order of things stacking, like of abilities stacking. Okay, we will just eat this dude. Okay, he gave up. Keep playing. Keep playing. If we don't screw up the first 2 turns, then we have something going. But I do see that my deck lacks Like, there's potential for more synergy should I have Risky. I just said first 2 turns, right? We have nothing we can play the first 2 turns, but we have enough land to play something turn 3. We do get the token turn 1. This is tough. How do we get a counter on this one? Oh, this is just this is just a planeswalker. This is not even a creature. I totally did not see that correctly. Well, we'll have more mana than we need should this guy stay in play. Oh! Do I want to go with this guy? Who do I want to play first? If I play this one first, it dies. So, because he will just attack it with his 3-power creature. Since I want this to die, I will gladly give up my token. Should you have blocked? But he was smart and he didn't block. I will not block, no worries. Oh, he missed out there. But he also didn't know I don't have a cantrip in. So I want to use his +1/+1 ability, since that's all the abilities he has, but also so that this guy can start growing counters. I still want to attack with this creature since I want to trade my token for his proliferating flyer. Otherwise I will just keep dealing damage. And since I added a counter on this and it starts growing counters, I have now a sizable blocker. Should he attack, I will not block with my angel because I'm fairly certain he has a cantrip in hand or is bluffing. Droid Crisis. This is. When you cast this spell, you gain half X life or half X cards round down each time. Okay. Okay. Holy moly. We will attack with our angel. And leave the skeleton token for mana. So many cards I haven't seen. Prevent what?
Times the bigger they are.
Which are okay.
You know.
Prevent all non-combat damage that would be dealt to you and other permanents you control. So I have to kill the Wanderer first, basically.
I will help you through this.
Farewell.
Oh, I missed out on giving her the +2/+2, I guess.
There are so many. Keep an open mind.
More Planeswalkers. This game mode, I'll tell you. Holy frickin' moly.
Share in my strength.
1, 2, 3, 4. I can't tap this one. She has vigilance. I could tap her for mana. I will attack. Nope. Not sure why it's not giving me the... Oh, that's just a token. Okay, I got it. This is not even my angel. I totally misread that. Yeah, Gideon. Sure. Okay, okay. Yeah, the key is, I think, building pressure early on, and he lost his token army. He lost his token army to my cantrip in turn 2, and then did not rebuild his token army. Instead, he played a merfolk that already had a counter on it, so he didn't get the token. If he played a creature that would get a token at a later time, he would have gotten back his token army with a counter on it. I think that was his key mistake here. And then it just spiraled out of control after that. But this game mode, it seems like removal can resolve a stalled situation, but at the same time, you put out many smaller creatures that grow bigger over time. Just removing one of the bigger creatures leaves my opponent with just one left big creature. Not really, doesn't really resolve a stalemate based on just creatures, like big creatures looking at each other, waiting for the first move. So yeah, you definitely need to stay ahead of your opponent, and if you don't early on, then it's just donezo at that point. Yeah, got another pack. Do we have anything Neoform? Put your library for a creature card with converted mana cost equal to 1 plus the sacrifice creature card mana cost. That card onto shuffle. So this gets generates creatures. Finale of Promise, a mythic. You cast up to 1 target instant card to 1. Convert. It's without cost. Card cast this way would be to your grave for this turn. Copy those spells twice. Choose new targets for the copies. Holy freaking moly. This reads like super broken. So this is Lava X instant. Okay. We will commence more endgame. Keep playing. I'll play on, not tonight, but I'll definitely play this game mode until I get the 10 wins for the cosmetic. Just because it doesn't cost me anything. Captain Cow TJ. Captain Cow. This is a good start. We have 1 green. This looks good. Let's see if we can bamboozle him with our battlefield promotion. We'll definitely play the battlefield promotion on turn 3. Or should he choose to block with his army token? We want to get rid of that army token. Almost made a big mistake there. Should you not block, we'll play Deep-Root Champion. Does not block. Play Deep-Root Champion. And then hopefully battlefield promotion next turn so that Jungle Delver can start getting counters and Deep-Root Champion can start getting counters. We will just attack with all of them. Oh yes, please do attack. Now, does he have a cantrip in hand? Because he had that 1 green before, right? Or does he have anything? Guess he was just bluffing, right? Unclear about that. Unclear. Okay, so I cannot target the token. I tried that once, not in this game mode, but I cannot seal away tokens with this card. That's what I remember about it ever since, because it needs to be a creature. This is a token creature. No, I can seal away. I can definitely seal away his army. Okay. See what happens. The seal away was better than the other card that is 1 mana more. Forgot the name that I was showing you last time. Captain Cow TJ, it's your turn. Your go. It's your go, dude. Okay. All of them. 3 attackers. We will put a counter on this dude because this dude gains 1 by himself. And then at the end of my turn, everyone gets counters. You get a counter, you get a counter, and you get a counter. Everyone gets counters. Aggro, my army of creatures. So that's a whopping 9 damage coming for his face next turn. Yeah, that's the Explorer is also pretty good since creatures bring their own +1/+1 counters in that case, should they not explore land. That's probably the better target to get out of the way here, the Jade Light Ranger. Yes, please keep attacking with your army so that you don't have it for blocking. See, that's one. Scion Realm. So we will Scion Realm. This Jade Light Ranger. I don't want that right now. Gonna attack with everyone. Then and we'll hope he'll attack again. So it looked pretty bleak at the first couple of games, but seems like we have the upper hand in this game, and I give up. Thank you, Captain Cow TJ. Cast 20 blue or red spells. Okay. Got 4 wins on this deck. Get another quest in 3 hours. Oh, we'll see about that too. Let's keep commencing the end game. We do not have any dropped frames today, so that's a good thing. I am not sure which parts of the changes that I made to today's setup actually promoted that. We ended up with this guy in each winning game, so let's see our streak continues. I made a couple of changes to my settings. I ramped up the resolution, which I don't think will get rid of dropped frames. At least that would be counterintuitive to me. I made a couple of changes to the scene. Not 100% sure why we end up with fewer drop frames today, or actually with no drop frames today, even though we have a higher resolution. Same bitrate. Yeah, not sure. Some technical detail made it that today's stream is not dropping frames. We had about, I think, what was it, 30 views in the first 24 hours of yesterday's stream, or of the last stream. The beginning of each upkeep, if you lost life last turn, you did not choose to attack, so that doesn't give me anything, but I can see if I can debate him either by running into battlefield promotion or attacking next turn so that I could play Paladin of Atonement. Seems like the promotion is gonna do it. Oh, there's so many interesting creatures that I need to learn about. So we'll try the same thing. Attack. How many more Planeswalkers do you have in this deck, do you think? So we need to draw a land next turn in order to play Shalai, Voice of Plenty. We might be good by drawing a not land, but or drawing a land not next turn, but the turn after. Knight of Malice. Expo from white. Well, all our removal, almost all of our removal is white. So good. Yay me! Exile target tapped creature. Okay. None of his creatures are tapped. And he has hexproof on white targets. The target of white spells or abilities or control. He still gets damage from white sources, right? Right? I hope. So we'll go swinging all in. Since if he doesn't block, he hopefully attacks. Then we can play Paladin of Atonement.
I'm
Ah,
known
there
for
comes the
excellent fighting.
Planeswalker.
I've got it.
Mm-hmm. Good. Good. Really freaking good. He did not attack. Why did you not attack? Mm. So we need 2 more lands in order to use Shalai's Proliferate. And we can definitely kill his Planeswalker
like it.
next turn. Since he doesn't have a flying blocker. Oh. I would need... Yes, yes, that works. Planeswalk.
Be steadfast in all your ways.
Yes, please do that.
Turn back while you still can.
Attack. Teferi. You attack Teferi too, since you have Vigilance. Then he can only block the light shield if he chooses to. Luckily this doesn't trigger for each creature attacking, because then it would be too good. Holy smokes. I'm still thinking we have the upper hand here, although it starts to look pretty nasty since we don't draw lands to play our bigger spells. Raska. Ugh.
I'm an artist when it comes to murder.
What is you create with Death Touch, and whenever this creature deals damage to a planeswalker, or the planeswalker. Sure, Death Touching. Hmm. I'll leave enough mana. Play it, seal away.
You were not destined to fight.
You got a ton of value out of this card.
I won't forgive this.
Then we have enough to play Seal Away. Tapped creatures should you choose to attack. I don't think he chooses to attack. He will choose to attack. Why would he? Another Ruska? Sure, get another assassin.
Go ahead. Beg for mercy. I'm listening.
Thank you.
Nobody appreciates my handiwork.
Voice. I need to start dealing damage to him, so I will opt for the Sea-Joint Theratops to his assassin. Ah, and he'll just get another one. I should have attacked with 2. I did not. I totally did not think of that. I'll just get another assassin. I'll really need, like, if I want to play this ever, I need more mana. Sure, more Planeswalkers.
My device is I am master of
How
machines.
you lived is how you'll die.
Luckily, his creatures don't grow really that fast. So, what we do now is life gain the right choice here?
Now do you see the benefits of peace?
I think I'll eat his top tier. He'll just trade another one. So we're not getting anywhere using this methodology. I need to keep attacking, since all of these abilities only cost, well, this costs 2 loyalty, but this, the Thopter ability costs only 1 loyalty counter. This is kind of like the, like, you're like overpowered but you're not getting anywhere situation. So he has like a surplus of these suckers. He has 2 next turn for free, and he has a
Pain is strong, a familiar taste, but one
Nobody
that
what was that?
appreciates
We've
my
lost the
handiwork.
heart.
If you need my services, it may cost you more than just money.
And a Thopter. I would definitely generate a Thopter. Sure, more Planeswalkers. Please forget generating Thopters.
If you surrender now, I'll still have time for tea.
Sure. So now we need to play our card, otherwise he'll make me discard it.
I am not making this up as I go.
A mind is a terrific thing to waste.
You did not forget.
A few tricks on Kaladesh.
Ooh, sorry. Not really.
His Thopter doesn't animate.
A master builds with ease.
Need to get rid of Teferi, because he keeps sending back He keeps sending back the creatures in play to our hand.
Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
The hero thing. But we can proliferate. Getting a counter.
Oppressors deserve whatever I feel suits them.
Loneliness can hurt.
The Thopter's not animating. So I basically need to attack with all three. Since I need to get rid of creatures and this Planeswalker in particular. So otherwise he'll just return artifact creature enchantment to its owners. I'll lose Tio's Light Shield. And he'll just keep generating assassins. I don't get why I lost life last turn. Do I get an additional counter every time? I don't get it. So this game spiraled out of control just for this, the sheer amount of... we'll just give up, this just takes too long. I get impatient. Just the sheer amount of Planeswalkers he has in play makes this ridiculous. Since there's not really a penalty for having... for using the Planeswalker abilities that reduce loyalty counters because they freaking get a new loyalty counter every time. And that makes him generate an infinite amount of blockers. I think I should have pressured Raska more when I had the chance to, so he doesn't get these stupid 1/1 death touch blockers each turn, because he gets one of them for free. So that was basically my mistake this game. Don't like this hands, but I keep it. We'll just give up early if it takes too long. If our opponent doesn't mess up, basically. Can try. Do I want to risk Resplendent Angel or do I want a Luminous Bonds? I think I want a Luminous Bonds because if I end up drawing no lands, I have at least 4 in play for the turn after. Since none of these get counters immediately, to draw a land. So we'll play the Angel. That Field Creeper is annoying or irritating. I keep attacking. No, I shouldn't. Oh, well, yeah. That's fine. Walk with your Field Creeper, I end up with another token. I shouldn't have attacked there. Looks like our opponent got mana screwed, maybe? No. Played an island. This game mode is something like that messes with your way of playing. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell. Sure, yes. Also a good card to have. It starts generating counters by itself. So, will we a Johnny? Or will we... I think we will New Horizon. I think we will New Horizon into Seal Away should you choose to attack. I want to ramp up for this Angel's ability. He shouldn't block. I don't think he'll block. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Then we will do Horizon. I could have played New Horizon before the attack stab. So do I want to seal away? I tapped. Sure. Do I want to seal away his Aven Wind Mage? Okay. I'll probably want to seal away his Tempest Gen, right? We do have 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. Need 6 for this ability. Chooses not to attack. Just no pressure building. I just said we have 5 mana, right? So he has 6. We gain indestructible. We will bonus bonds instead. Good, thank you. You made my life easier. It gets +1/+1 until end of turn. It doesn't get a counter. I was totally more afraid of the Wind Mage than I should have been. I was just seeing +1/+1 and I was automatically assuming he would put that card into his deck because it gets a +1/+1 counter. Stupid me. Stupid me. Yeah, okay, sure. That doesn't generate counters for you. Not getting much value out of it. Land, 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 land. Nope, no land. You have 5 mana. You will definitely play Unbreakable Formation. And then just go all out. Since our creatures are indestructible. We need 1 more mana to get our Angel Engine. Angel Engine. We need 1 more mana to get our Angel Engine, our Resplendent Angel, up and running. I think playing that New Horizon the turn and not later was a good thing, since we did not waste turn on lower mana than needed to. He really wants to kill it, forgetting that this creature is indestructible. I was just making sure it actually reads indestructible on that creature. Since it doesn't have trample, it's no use. Oh, so, you know. Well, if you're not blocking, then you're done. Yeah. Nice. A Gravedigger, one of my favorite cards. One of my favorite cards, one of my favorite artworks. Alright, what time is it? It's 11. I think we'll try 1 or 2 more and then I'll hit the bed. I have no life. Right mid, this is looking terrible. Yes, please. Will not play Eugen's Conjurant because I wouldn't get my army token. I will play Movu first and then Johnny afterwards. That will enable Movu to grow rapidly, like stupidly fast. If it weren't for Eugen, I would attack, but I don't, since I wouldn't get my army back, since Eugen already has counters. Thank you very much. New Horizon will be New Horizon will be a nice card to draw next turn. Or another land, if you ask me. Since that would enable me to play my spells. We top deck New Horizon. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Doesn't really matter since all of them are getting tapped anyways. You please. And all of them attack. No attacks. He might have a cantrip. He does have the mana for it. Oh! Yeah, I totally did not look at creatures with proliferate. I totally did not. Ah. One vigil. Right, let's attack first. This guy is flying anyway, so I can't do anything against it. And then if a Johnny doesn't go through, I have battlefield promotion to put counters on Movu. That's a buff dog. Like a super buff dog with 3 tails, because 2 isn't enough. Like, he has 1 and he gets another 1, but because it's Movu, he gets 2. And he has trample. So this is like a growing, like a super burly buff dog that keeps growing, like he keeps pumping, and then he just tramples like on the opponent. He's like, I stepped into something. Can't be blocked this turn. Yep, sure. Okay, so we can attack with... He has a blue. We can attack with both and promote, do a battlefield promotion. No, we cannot. We would need 6. Oh, yeah, we can attack with 2. We'll play... No, we don't have enough mana left. Me. You don't have enough mana.
Conquer darkness.
So we'll wait. We will wait. If he ends up with 1 less blocker than he has right now, at the end of his turn, he's donezo, because 2 of my creatures deal enough damage to kill him. I don't need all 3 of them. Yes, Booming Hulk. But his army is really where his danger is coming from. Like right now, like that's the only thing. Like he doesn't have +1/+1 counters. He doesn't have counters on any of the others. So. Deep Root Champion. Counters.
Turn back while you still can.
And then Movu. I will attack with all 3. They should have enough life. 10, 15. Gonna be close. I'll take my chances. So he needs to block another one. Movu gets first strike and 2 tokens. 2 counters. Yeah, that was his mistake. I mean, mistake. Not sure. It looks bleak on his side. He also didn't have very many, like he didn't play his cards wrong as far as I've seen his cards. He just doesn't have like cards in his deck, or he didn't play cards so far that really benefit from or generate counters. They would benefit from counters, I guess, because he has a ton of proliferate with Guild Pact Informant, for example, but he does not have means to generate the counters in the first place, since you do need a counter on your creature in order to get those
Pain is strong, but my resolve.
additional counters, like to get this token engine running. I think that's it, buddy.
Now do you see the benefits of peace?
Like he needs to block all of them and he doesn't have enough blockers. Or I'm not seeing it correctly. No, Movu has trample. So Movu alone would have done it. My big burly dog won the game for me. It's like, I have 13 tails. Alright, do one more. And then that's the last one for today. I hope you liked the stream. I'm certainly enjoying this deck more now than in the very beginning. It looked horrible. Let's say we play one more win, because I do want to unlock that. I do want to unlock that cosmetic. Not playing Conjurant. I guess I'm glad I made that mistake in the very first game or second game that we played today. To experience not getting that zombie army. You'll counter that. Sure. Got that counters out of the way. Proliferate on land. That's nice. So Iron Bully is in this deck because he has Menace, and if our opponent doesn't get if our opponent doesn't get a second creature in play, we will be attacking with Iron Bully for 3. So you can't block it. I really wish this would be a land. Can only block. Oh, he has plenty of mana, but he cannot proliferate. Can proliferate so often with this stupid card. Sorry, I did not mean to say it. I need to remove this card from this deck. It has nothing. It has nothing. It did not. Could get another token on. Let's just do that. We wasted that 2 damage. We wasted those 2 damage. We could have brought them in at least. Okay, what does Or he keeps shuffling it into his graveyard. Alright, so we're Bonzo FO. Since we're not drawing lands. We need to draw lands. We need to... Oh, we gave up. Alright, let's call it a day. We streamed for the last 90 minutes. I think we won the majority of the games. We won at least 7. Dovin Hand of Control. I really like the card. I really like this cosmetic. Really great way to end the stream. And then we got a Planeswalker Domri. Monarch of Bolas. +1 0. Add red or green. Creature display card. Spellseek cast. That is nice. That's a really good card. I like that. I like Domri. Domri is a good Planeswalker. Like, he costs 3 mana, he has a kick-ass permanent effect, generates mana, so if he plays with the green aspect, he plays with the red aspect, he plays against blue because creature spells you cast this turn can't be countered, so it's always good. And then target creature you control fights target creature you don't control. That lets your burly big green creatures fight. That's basically a built-in removal. I like the card. Domri, Monarch of Bolas. Yep. Alright, then we need 3 more wins to unlock Eugen. Eugen the Ineffable. Not Eugen, but the blue or red spell. The one. Alright. Leave a thumbs up if you like this video. You can be notified whenever I start a new stream, I guess. Broadcasting on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube, so whatever floats your boat there, I guess. Make sure to check back next time. See ya.